Your kitchen is either working for you or working against you. And if your kitchen is still stocked with the same foods you've always had, processed snacks, the wrong grains, dairy, sugar, then no matter how motivated you are, your environment is still going to fight you every single day. Today, we're doing the Alkaline Kitchen Makeover. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to clean out your kitchen, what to get rid of and what to keep, and how to stock it so that eating alkaline becomes the easy choice and not the hard one. And before you panic, know you don't have to throw out everything today and spend hundreds of dollars replacing it all at once. I'm going to show you how to do this the smart way. Before we open a single cabinet, I want to address something because I see this mistake happen all the time with beginners. A lot of people go through their kitchen, see everything that's not alkaline, they feel overwhelmed and guilty, then they just give up before they even start. That's not what we're doing today. Here's the mindset I want you to carry into this. You're not punishing yourself, you're upgrading yourself. Everything we're removing from your kitchen today served their purpose at some point, but you're making the decision to operate at a higher level now. So we're not going to judge what's already in there. We're just going to make space for what's coming. Also, don't waste food. If you have things in your pantry that aren't alkaline approved, you don't have to throw them in the trash today. Finish them, donate them, or give them to a neighbor. Just make a commitment that you're not replacing them when they run out. That gradual swap approach is actually one of the most sustainable ways to transition. Okay, let's get into the kitchen. Let's start with the pantry because this is where the most work is. What you're looking to remove. First, any refined grains, white rice, regular pasta, white flour, cornmeal, bread. These are hybrid, heavily processed grains that don't serve you on this lifestyle. Set them aside. Second, canned goods. Canned beans, canned vegetables, canned fruits. Canned foods lose a significant amount of their nutritional value in the preservation process, and most contain added sodium and preservatives. The alkaline lifestyle is about living foods that are close to its natural state as possible. Third, refined sugar and artificial sweeteners. White sugar, brown sugar, powdered sugar, artificial sweetener packets. These are some of the most acidic things you can put in your body. Set them all aside. Fourth, processed snacks, chips, crackers, cookies, granola bars with refined ingredients. Read the label. If you see high fructose corn syrup, partially hydrogenated oils, or artificial flavors, it goes. Fifth, condiments loaded with additives. Most store-bought sauces, dressings, and marinades are full with sugar, preservatives, and artificial ingredients. Check your labels, what you're keeping or what you're swapping in. Now here's where it gets exciting. You're going to start replacing those items with ancient grains, quinoa, wild rice, spelt, fonio, kamut, rye. A lot of those are available at Whole Foods, Sprouts, or even online. Buy one or two to start. You don't need them all immediately. Agave. Agave syrup as your new sweetener. This is easy to find and affordable. Dried herbs and spices that are alkaline approved. Things like cayenne pepper, basil, oregano, dill, onion powder, and sea salt. Check your current spices. A lot of them you may already have. Raw nuts. Walnuts and Brazil nuts are your go-to alkaline approved options for snacking. Hemp seeds and raw sesame seeds. These are great to keep on hand for adding to meals. Now let's move to the refrigerator. This is usually the easiest part because fresh foods turns over naturally anyway. What we're removing: dairy, milk, cheese, butter, yogurt, sour cream, all of it. Dairy is one of the most mucus forming foods in the alkaline philosophy, and it has to go. Meat and animal products. If you have meat, poultry, eggs in there, those are coming out as you transition. Processed drinks, sodas, juices with added sugar, energy drinks, alcohol. These are highly acidic and they work against everything you're trying to build. Regular condiments. Most store-bought mayo, ketchup, and salad dressings. Check labels. Sugar and preservatives are usually hidden in all of them. What you're stocking instead. This is the fun part. Your fridge should start looking vibrant and colorful. Fresh fruits, mangoes, papayas, berries, apples, burro bananas, grapes, pears, plums. Buy what's in season because it's cheaper and it tastes better. Fresh vegetables, kale, wild arugula, watercress, dandelion greens, okra, bell peppers, cucumbers, zucchini. These should become the stars of your fridge. Spring water. Start keeping a large jug or bottles of natural spring water in your fridge at all times. Cold spring water with a squeeze of lime is generally one of the most refreshing things you'll ever drink. Walnut milk or hemp milk. These are your dairy replacements for smoothies, cooking and drinking. Most food stores carry them, or you can make them on your own. Fresh key limes. Keep these on hand always. They're going to be in your water, your dressings, your meals. They're inexpensive and incredibly alkaline. Okay, so now we've cleared out the old and started talking about what comes in. Let me give you some practical tips for setting up your kitchen so that eating alkaline is the default and not the exception. Tip number 1. Keep your fruit visible. Put a bowl of fruit on the counter. Make it the first thing you see when you walk into your kitchen. What's most visible gets eaten. If your fruit is hidden in a drawer or in the fridge, you're going to grab whatever is easiest. So make the alkaline choice the easiest choice. Tip number 2. Prep your greens when you get home from the store. Don't put a bag of kale in the fridge and hope you'll wash it and chop it later. Wash it, dry it, and store it ready for use. The easier it is to grab it, the more likely you'll actually use it. Tip number 3. Have your grains cooked and ready. Cook a batch of quinoa or wild rice at the beginning of the week. When you have the base grain already prepared, pulling together an alkaline meal takes about 10 minutes. Tip number 4. Always have spring water with key limes ready. Keep a pitcher in your fridge with spring water and sliced key limes. This becomes your default drink and replaces the habit of reaching for something sugary. Tip number 5. Label and organize your pantry. When your alkaline grains, seeds, and herbs are clearly organized and visible, you'll feel more prepared and more committed. A little organization goes a long way mentally. I know some of you are watching this and thinking, okay, but where do I even start? I don't want to spend a fortune. So here is a simple, affordable starter list. These are the basics that will set your kitchen up without overwhelming your wallet. Pantry basics to grab first: quinoa, wild rice, agave syrup, raw walnuts, hemp seeds, sea salt, cayenne pepper, alkaline approved herbs, basil, oregano, dill. Fridge basics to grab first: burro bananas, apples, key limes, kale or wild arugula, cucumbers, bell peppers, spring water, walnut milk or hemp milk. That's it to start. You don't need everything on the food list on day 1. These basics alone will allow you to make smoothies, salads, grain bowls, and snacks for the whole week. I'll put this starter shopping list in the description below so you can take it straight to the store. Your kitchen is your foundation, and now you know exactly how to start building it. Remember, don't try to do this all in one day. Start with the alkaline swap approach. As things run out, replace them with alkaline approved alternatives. Within a few weeks, your kitchen will look and feel completely different, and so will you. In the next video, we're going to the store together. Video 4 is your first alkaline grocery haul. I'm walking you through exactly what to buy, where to find it, and what to look for on labels. If this series is helping you, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss video 4 dropping this Sunday. And drop a comment below. What was the hardest thing you had to remove from your kitchen? For a lot of people, it was cheese. For others, it was sugar. Let me know. I want to hear from you. See you Sunday.